So, it is the story that never ends. It is actually the story that never ends. So, I was out today and I'm after seeing two things. I made a video talking about Chennedy Carter quadrupling down, and thankfully, her coach has actually come out with a proper statement. Do I think the coach really believes every single thing in this statement? No. Does it matter? No. Because at the end of the day, what happened on the court. The reason why people are still talking about it to this day is 1, it wasn't called as a flagrant. 2, everyone's eyes were on the game. 3, it's Monday, so the sports shows didn't work on Saturday or Sunday. It'll all be blown over very, very soon. But anyway, before we get on, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We can somehow hit 250 subscribers by another 250 by the end of the day. We've hit 6k, which is wild. Absolutely wild. I could never imagine this type of growth on the channel, and thank you guys so much for the support. So, Taurasi Weatherspoon has come out, and she is, I think she's pretty sure she's a rookie head coach, but she has instilled a toughness in the Chicago Sky that you don't see with too many other teams. I would not say in any way, other than the play on Caitlin Clark there, that they've even come close to crossing the line into dirty. This is what toughness is. I don't think cheap shot artists are tough people. I don't think Draymond Green is a tough guy. Draymond Green finds who is an easy target and cheap shots them. You saw when Draymond Green was almost got into an altercation with Isaiah Stewart. He did not want the smoke. He finds people who he thinks are easy targets and goes after them. There's a difference between being a tough guy and a bully, and I think Draymond Green is a bully. Whereas I think the Chicago Sky have been so good. The reason why they've completely outperformed their talent level is they have been tough. Other than that one play, the toughness has not become dirty play. It has not become cheap shot artists. These are a team that will outwork the other team. And she's a big reason for that as a coach. But she basically said, this is the quote. Physical play, intensity, and a competitive spirit are hallmarks of Chicago Sky basketball. Chennedy got caught up in the heat of the moment in an effort to win the game. She and I have discussed what happened, and that was not appropriate, nor is what we do or who we are. Chennedy understands that there are better ways to handle situations on the court, and she'll learn from this, as we all will. As a team, we'll continue to grow together, continue to work hard, display strong leadership, and set a positive example for our competitors, fans, and partners. Is it a PR quote? Yeah. Did you say anything wrong? No. Did Chennedy Carter and her have a meeting to notice she was wrong? I think the meeting probably went, you lost us that game. Doing that lost us that game. And doing that has brought this media circus around our team. I think that's more. So what if you're a coach, you give out to the player for that? Not for the play necessarily. Losing the game, losing your head, which gave up a point, which in the end lost you the game, and then bring a media circus around your team, an unneeded media circus around your team, is what the negative was. Again, as I have said a million times, what the play was on the floor should have been a flagrant 2. She should have been ejected. No suspension, no fines. Life goes on. What happened with Angel Reese should have been a suspension, an ejection, a suspension, and maybe a fine. What happened with her and Alyssa Thomas, her getting chokeslammed, because that was so much more dangerous than what happened to Caitlin Clark, although blindsiding someone can always be dangerous. But blindsiding someone should be chucked out of the game, but they foul on Angel Reese should have been a suspension. But obviously, because they didn't suspend the worst one, it would have been a bad look for WNBA to retroactively suspend Chennedy Carter. So that's all that should have happened. An ejection on the day is all that should have happened. And the talk should have been, if they had lost that game based on that, I think even straight away, if you just said, oh man, it was just anything. As I said, basically what she said is what I think she should have said. It was heat in a moment, got too into it, did something I probably shouldn't have done, and unfortunately it cost my team the game. That's all she had to say. But the problem is that right after Taurasi Weatherspoon says this, this is, again, do I think that Taurasi Weatherspoon thinks it's that big a deal? No, but she's trying to get everyone off their back, which is what people are meant to do. I get having no filter, but you gotta at least be smart with what you say. If you listen even to Angel Reese does not have that much of a filter, but the way that she addressed this was much better. It was much better. She probably practiced it for the weekend, probably wouldn't have been after the game, but today basically was it's a physical league, people are gonna get hurt, and mentioning that people have to stop saying they're watching the league just for one player. As much as it's saying kind of the same thing, saying something similar, at least it's in a way where it doesn't look like, if it looks like she's being like not grateful for Caitlin Clark, who cares about that at the end of the day? They're competitors. They're not gonna sit there and praise their competitor every single game. But what Chennedy Carter, her saying, I don't regret anything, I'm gonna keep doing it. Basically, I'm gonna keep playing like that. She basically has just said that, oh, it was just competitive basketball. It wasn't a Bush League play, whereas it was. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It was. It is what it is, though. And the fact that the story should have ended with what the coach said, but then Chennedy Carter had to just go and talk again. She had to go and talk again in the never-ending story. And then, like, you've got people, you've got some of this incredibly dumb takes. Like, I'm gonna watch the entire 40-minute Stephen A. Smith take, but like, when I hate the Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp being like, oh, Caitlin Clark, like, not even, basically the players owe something to Caitlin Clark, and in reality they do. They don't owe something to Caitlin Clark during the 40 minutes of the game, but Chennedy Carter without question crossed the line. Everyone knows that. But like, I don't think that it's a situation of like every single player needs to basically baby Caitlin Clark, which is what some people are suggesting. Although they shouldn't be going out to hurt her, which some people are doing. At the same time, this is something that is not going to stop for a while, because I genuinely watch a Liberty game. They got destroyed by Liberty. No, nothing dirty. Absolutely nothing dirty. That was just exceptional defense. So a lot of people are saying, oh, people are watching the game and don't like you being physical with Caitlin Clark. Look how nobody said anything about the Liberty. Lainey Hamilton was physical with Caitlin Clark. She completely took her out of the game and outplayed her. Nobody cares. Good defense is good defense. Bush League plays are Bush League plays. And the fact that some people can't see the difference in that just shows that you're not actually looking at the sport of basketball. You are looking at it through the lens of, I hate Caitlin Clark. Anything bad that happens to her is justified, or it just happens to everybody else and it's not a big deal and people are overreacting. Just like, again, people look at someone like Angel Reese with the same thing. Every word that comes out of Angel Reese's mouth is a negative. Everything that she does to help her team, oh, this is a negative. This is like everything she says is bad. So it's just not good. It's not good for the game. It's not good for anyone. And that quote from the coach should have just ended it there and then. I hope that this ends soon. But the only good sign is that it was Monday. That it's Monday. Normally, stuff from the weekend carries on till Monday. I can't see it. I can't see this stopping, though. Like, this is the story that never ends. I can't see this stopping for a while. At least Caitlin Clark's not playing for 4 days, so maybe something will happen in the meantime. But yeah, it is what it is.